After a bleak 2022, Ubisoft seems like it's about to have a return to form, or rather even, a year that will reshape and restructure the future of Ubisoft. The 2023 Ubisoft Games Showcase looks great, with a variety of titles, from Oddballers, a bombastic dodgeball-inspired multiplayer party game, where players are encouraged to use hilariously unfair tactics and wacky weapons to win minigames in this highly customizable, endlessly absurd world, a sort of Gang Beast style game coming 26th of January 2023. Then we have Skull and Bones, an open world pirate game which is focused on multiplayer naval combat. Unfortunately, we will not be able to leave the ship except in non-combat hub areas, where you can sell treasures and buy upgrades. Although this game was delayed from last year's November slot, I don't think it was enough time to add the ability to roam around islands on foot, which is a shame, but here's hoping it comes post-launch. What I do want to add is that this game was from the old Ubisoft regime, which focused more on microtransactions, NFTs, and squeezing every second of playtime from players. This game is most likely coming March 9th, 2023. Next up, we have Tom Clancy's The Division Heartland, a free-to-play shooter in development at Ubisoft Red Storm Entertainment, which contributed to the development of the Mainline Division games. The open-world shooter is set in a fictional rural community in the Middle America, where you play as a trained Division agent from across the nation and answer the distress call to uncover the ever-evolving mysteries on a rural community in mid-crisis. This game is coming sometime in 2023. Assassin's Creed Mirage, a return to the original Assassin's Creed game style, with a focus on stealth and assassinations in the smaller, more intimate open world and narrative. I hope this game performs well so we can get more original AC experiences from Ubisoft. This game is also coming sometime in 2023. The next game is Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. After the box office phenomenon that was Avatar: The Way of Water, all eyes will be on the Frontiers of Pandora to not only deliver on an insane Avatar-centric universe game, but also to usher in the next-gen era of Ubisoft games. This will be the game to keep an eye on, as it will show what Ubisoft has learned in regards to many complaints on the lack of compelling narrative in their recent games. Also, will they scale back UI elements to immerse players into the world of Pandora? Hopefully the Avatar game will blow us all away and really bring back or allow us to find a newfound respect for Ubisoft, most likely releasing in late 2023 or even early 2024. We also have The Settlers' New Allies. It's an upcoming real-time strategy city building game developed by Ubisoft Düsseldorf and published by Ubisoft. It is a reboot of the Settlers series and it's coming February 17, 2023. For racing fans, we have Trackmania. The base game is a free-to-play racer with additional content available with a paid subscription model, including an in-game track editor, online events, and car customization. The game is set to be released for consoles and cloud platforms in early 2023 apparently. Ubisoft isn't just going for consoles, it's going for mobiles too, with Valiant Hearts Coming Home, which was revealed at the Game Awards, giving players a first look at the sequel to the award-winning Valiant Hearts: The Great War. The new game launches in early 2023 exclusively for Netflix members on the Netflix mobile app, which you can access on mobile and tablet devices. They also have Mighty Quest 2. Also coming in 2023 is a new Mighty Quest for Epic Loot, which will bring Netflix members a roguelite inspired hack and slash adventure. In addition to the live-action Assassin's Creed series being developed for Netflix, an original Assassin's Creed mobile game is in the works as well. So I don't think this is linked with Assassin's Creed Jade, as it is separate from Jade on the Wikipedia page and seems to be linked with Netflix's original Assassin's Creed series. This one I don't think is releasing in 2023, but it could get its announcement. Now, speaking of AC Jade, we've got Assassin's Creed Jade, a mobile open world Assassin's Creed game set in ancient China. It was recently leaked with incredible gameplay really showing that console games have arrived to mobile. This game looks very impressive and think it could even land in Q3 to Q4 of 2023 on mobile devices. A huge lineup of incredible Ubisoft titles coming in 2023, but let's move on to what Ubisoft could be announcing in 2023. So I assume that these announcements could come in the form of an E3 press conference, which I'm really hoping for this year. Some of these could even show up during PlayStation's or Microsoft's press conferences during this year, as there are a lot of titles to release and announce. Now firstly, I recently made a video about the upcoming mainline Ghost Recon codename Over, the title that is likely going to release within the 2023 fiscal year. This will be an open world Ghost Recon game, which will be the sequel to Breakpoint, where you can expect a conquest mode style campaign and a new map to explore. Over may be announced within the next 3 months or during the summer and could release in holiday 2023 or the first half of 2024. I also made a video on the Far Cry series and what the future holds for it, and I believe that this is the year that Ubisoft could announce the Far Cry 6 spin-off title that could center around Vars in the island of Yara and be a story about redemption or embracing his insanity. I believe this game could be announced during the summer and released at the end of the year, as there are no updates or expansions left for Far Cry 6. Also, in regards to Far Cry, we may even get a tease this year about the next mainline game, which according to insider Jeff Grubb is going to go the live service route, just like Assassin's Creed Infinity. Now, speaking of Assassin's Creed Infinity, with an expected release of 2024 for the Infinity platform and its first game, Assassin's Creed codename Red, we may get the first gameplay reveal or tease, and of course a title reveal for Red. Don't expect Hexate to get announced or shown off yet, as that is slated for 2026. We could also see Assassin's Creed Jade, the mobile game, get a release date for this year, as well as supposed new Assassin's Creed Netflix game coming to mobiles as well. Assassin's Creed expected to have its own separate showcase as it did in 2022. Also, an Assassin's Creed 1 remake could finally be shown, although it was seemingly denied by 2 Ubisoft devs that the game does not exist, unfortunately. Now, what about the franchise that without there would be no Assassin's Creed? I'm talking Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time remake may finally be shown off and could look completely different, as this game has seemingly had significant work done on it from its last gameplay reveal, which I believe was in 2021. This should look like a completely different game and could finally get a release date this year. Also, there was a rumored 2.5D Ori-inspired Prince of Persia game in the works, so we may even get to see that alongside The Crew 3 and X Defiant, an upcoming free-to-play multiplayer competitive first-person fast-paced arena shooter that revolves around factions called Defiant, Wolves, Echelon, and the Outcast and Cleaners. The Splinter Cell remake is the game I am really hoping is shown off this year, as we got new concept art for the game last year, which may indicate that this game is years away from being shown to the public. But hey, maybe we can get a little tease or something this year at one of the showcases. Tom Clancy's The Division Resurgence, a mobile game which could also be shown off extensively this year with a release date, is also exciting for the Division fans, as well as Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Mobile, which brings the much loved Rainbow Six Siege to mobile devices. Project Q is a PvP battle arena game featuring a low player count, fast-paced battle royale mode on a small map, as well as a more traditional objective capture mode. There is also a Project U, which explores a new concept of session-based co-op shooter, where many players unite to prevail against an overwhelming threat. This game may also get a proper title during a 2023 showcase. Now, one of the games I am most excited about is the major Star Wars open world game, which developers have teased a big year for at Massive Entertainment. So this is a game we can most likely see some gameplay or a CGI tease this year. I'm thinking more along the lines of a CGI teaser trailer. Apparently, a recent leak from Insider Gaming states that this Star Wars game will feature a fully open, seamless universe similar to the one found in No Man's Sky. Insider Gaming also reports that the story will be in-depth and lengthy, with a fully customizable protagonist that the player gets to choose the actions of. If true, it certainly seems to be much more open game than other recent Star Wars projects. This game may get a trailer of some sort within the next 12 months, but expect a release date for 2024 or 2025. But perhaps the biggest game is Beyond Good and Evil 2. It's an upcoming action-adventure game developed by Ubisoft Montpellier and published by Ubisoft. It is a prequel to Beyond Good and Evil, released in 2003, and is probably the most ambitious Ubisoft game to date. According to Rumours, this game is still alive, but the sheer scope of this game is so big and it's been stuck in development hell for years. Beyond Good and Evil 2 has been referred to as vaporware by industry figures such as Jason Schreier due to its lengthy development and lack of release. In 2022, Beyond Good and Evil 2 broke the record held by Duke Nukem Forever, which was released in 2011, for the longest development for a video game at more than 15 years. What you can expect from the game is, as the player completes various tasks, they improve in various attributes and gain spacecraft and crew members, which they can also improve over time. The players visit planets that they have their own societies, and completing tasks on these planets gain new technologies or other facets to improve their spacecraft. It's highly unlikely, but we hope 2023, I hope 2023 is the year we finally get an official update on Beyond Good and Evil 2, whether it's a confirmation that the game is still in development via a teaser trailer or CGI trailer, something, anything, or at least confirmation that the game is officially dead. Now, we're not quite done yet, as Ubisoft is entering the TV and movie world with some of their beloved IPs. In regards to the movies, there seems to be The Division movie, which is a Netflix film starring Jake Gyllenhaal and Jessica Chastain. The plot synopsis read: in the near future, a pandemic virus is spread via paper money on Black Friday, decimating New York. A group of civilians trained to operate in catastrophic times are activated in an attempt to save who and what remains. Directed by Rawson Marshall Thurber, who previously worked on Red Notice, Skyscraper, Dodgeball: A True Story, Easy A, along with screenplay by Rafe Judkins, who wrote the Wheel of Time some Wheel of Time episodes, the Uncharted 2022 movie, and episodes of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. This seems like it is in very good hands. Some more movie project Ubisoft has coming up is a Ghost Recon film from co-producers Bay Films and Platinum Dunes and distributed by Warner Bros. A Rabbids movie by co-producers 9 Stories Productions, Freckle Films, 87 North Productions and distributed by Lionsgate. A Just Dance movie co-produced by Olive Bridge Entertainment and distributed by Screen Gems, a Beyond Good and Evil film by Netflix, and a Splinter Cell movie co-produced by New Regency, Thunder Road Film and distributed by Paramount and Warner Bros. A monumental lineup of movies, but Ubisoft is also diving into the TV realm with Assassin's Creed live-action Netflix show, which I think could even spin off to many different Assassin's Creed shows and movies in an interconnected Assassin's Creed live-action universe, which everyone loves to do these days. There's also a Child of Light TV show with no one really attached to it. There's a Driver series by the Binge Network, which is an Australian video streaming network, and even a Skull and Bones TV show with co-producer Atlas Entertainment. I think a pirate show would be really cool, and hopefully it has the same tone as Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which could then lead to a Skull and Bones sequel game, which ends up being a next-gen Black Flag game, which is what we wanted in the first place. Now, Ubisoft will also be exploring the animated TV series realm with Captain Laserhawk, a Blood Dragon remix for Netflix, which is a Far Cry Blood Dragon series. They're also doing an animated Far Cry Netflix show separate to Laserhawk, as well as a Hungry Shark Squad, Untitled Cyber Mysteries Tween series, which is inspired by Watch Dogs, a Rayman Untitled Comedy Adventure series, an Untitled Assassin's Creed anime series by Netflix, so Netflix is getting all the Assassin's Creed goodness, an Untitled sketch comedy series about video game culture, and also a Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell animated series by Netflix. Now, this is a monumental lineup of upcoming shows and movies that could get their official announcements this year, along with a whole blockbuster lineup of video game releases and potential announcements. As always, I hope for quality, and I know Ubisoft's reputation is not great, but they have put out some classics in the past, like Far Cry 3, Far Cry 4, Beyond Good and Evil 1, the original Assassin's Creed trilogy, Assassin's Creed Origins, Far Cry Blood Dragon, Prince of Persia games, Splinter Cell, Future Soldier, Advanced Warfighter, and so much more. I hope they can find what made these games special and implement it into their new lineup of shows, movies, and of course their games. It seems like there is a new regime at Ubisoft, which seems at this moment in time they are kind of listening to fans and exploring single player options while combining that with live service options that will benefit them, and also, to be honest, that will benefit us as players. We still have a lot to see from Ubisoft, and 2023 is the year where we can get a lot of our questions answered and find out if Ubisoft has really changed for the better. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Peace out, God bless, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and take care of yourselves as always. Take care, guys.
Sitting throwing rocks across the pavement, hoping it will cave in and swallow me whole. Wondering why my mind keeps on spinning. This isn't how living to me was told. Why am I like this? Something's always amiss. Can't put my finger on it, but it's there.